Sparring tips. December 3rd is coming up. Our tournament for America's Youth is coming up quickly. Sparring tips. Let's start with how to read your opponent. More is not always better. Strategy. Some strategy will also help you. So what do I mean by more? If you go out and wail a storm, a fury of techniques, yeah, once, somewhere in there, you'll score a point. But because we are a point stop tournament, I would rather see a technique that's quick. Hits the target, makes a nice pop, and it's by itself. That's the ultimate clean technique that I've been talking about in class. Clean. If you're down here, if your stance is real low for your fighting stance, you are well grounded. But it also limits your maneuverability. It does increase, however, your range to attack in a straight line. It does. I'm not saying you can't move, but you're not going to be able to move as fast. This kind of wide stance, or even longer that I've seen, this is a range. This is best for long range. And don't get me wrong, people can do it. If your stance is about up here, you're quicker. You can turn easier. You're more agile as you move around in the fight. Okay? You can be a little bit more lighter on your feet. Move. Okay? Have better footwork as well. So pros and cons for a shorter stance and a longer stance. Here's another one. As I was training in my long career, for Taekwondo, if you're to the side, it makes it harder for your opponent to find an open spot. Very much so. But for me, this also limits the techniques I can throw. It limits the techniques I can throw. You almost expect, if you see this, you're going to see a back kick. Or, if you know this technique and use it very well, a spinning hook kick. You almost are always going to see that. It's hard to turn the hips, not hard, too slow, to turn the hips into a back leg round kick. Takes too much time. So you might as well just turn here, back kick or spinning hook kick. But it's harder for your opponent to hit you. You can also learn how to do a jab. Jab here, back fist here. Punch the chest, back fist the head. Now if your stance is more like this becomes a wider target. Not just because I have a big belly, but for anybody, this becomes a wider target. You can get front kicked here, back kicked here, but for me, it gives me more options for back leg round kick, or step in, punch him in the chest. It opens up more techniques. Depending on how you are, either one will either be your advantage or your disadvantage. Me, I tend to stay here. I find somewhere in between. I am a counter fighter, through and through. I wait for you to come in, so it's important for me to be able to use all four appendages to attack. I do love my back kicks though. So momentarily, at least I think it's momentarily, I don't know how fast or slow I am with this kick. You'll see this. Once you see this for me, especially that with the heel, you know there's a back kick coming or there's a spinning hook kick coming. And I see that, and I want you to see that as well. Long range, short range but more maneuverable. Long range but well grounded, hard to move around. Short range, more maneuverable. Which one do you want to be? Only way to find out is on the floor. Figure it out.